Hey guys, welcome back to Paracord Planet. Today I will be showing you how to make a thankful bracelet. So a thankful bracelet is exactly what it sounds like, and it just spells out what you are thankful for. This is a great project to do around this time of year, especially with the whole family. So let's jump in. For our project today, the supplies you'll need are about 10 feet of 550 cord. This one is rust. About 10 feet of 95 cord, and this is just yellow. And of course, I'll be using some alphabet beads to spell out my word autumn. A buckle, and I have a plastic 1/2 inch buckle for this one. I'm going to be using a jig, but you don't necessarily need one for this project. And then of course, a lighter and a pair of scissors. So now that we have everything together, let's jump in. So to start this bracelet off, I just cow hitched both of my cords together. The only thing that was different is I made sure that one end of my 550 cord was actually really short when I hitched it, because I'm actually only going to be using the single strand of 550 for this bracelet. So I'll end up cutting this off right now and heat sealing it to the back. Now that I've heat sealed the other end of my 550 cord, I can get started on my weave. So now I have my first lover's knot done. I was debating whether or not I wanted to use a button knot, otherwise known as a diamond knot or a Celtic button knot. But I really wanted to give the lover's knot a try on this, just because it is a little bit smaller of a knot, and I think it looks pretty nice in the microcord. And we also haven't featured it too much on this channel, so this will be a good opportunity to get familiar with it. So to start with your lover's knot, you just want to make a simple loop. You want to make sure that your loop has the rest of your working end over the top of the portion you just started with. And then you'll end up taking that end and passing it back through the middle. And you'll end up with kind of that pretzel or heart shaped knot. And then you'll end up putting that over the top of your 550 strand, because you'll end up weaving that into your lover's knot. For your second part, you want to make the loop, and just this time you're going to be doing everything pretty much backwards and then passing your end through. So now you have these two intersecting ends, or your two intersecting strands that should both be wrapped around that 550 cord. And then you'll just bring that back up through your second loop. So again, you end up with that heart or pretzel shape. And that's how you know you've done your knot right. If you don't do it right, you won't see this shape, and when you go to tighten it down, it's not going to look right. So now I just want to cinch those nice and tight, kind of even out my ends as I'm going, just to make sure that takes a nice shape. And once I got that all tightened, there is my lover's knot. So I am just going to adjust this a little bit, and what's nice about this knot is you can just pull your end strands right from the top. So if I just pull on those two little loops, it'll kind of slide it over so I can retighten it where I want to. So now that I have my knots where I want it, I can move on to getting my letters on. So if anyone is familiar with our alphabet letters, which if there are any camp goers from the 90s, I'm sure that you are, it can be a little finicky to get them on to some different types of cord, but I really like putting it on the 550 because you can just melt that end down nice and tight and slide it right on, and it fits nice and doesn't slide around a whole lot. So I'm just going to slide all of my letters on here and get my autumn all spelled out. Now that I have all of the letters on my bracelet, I am just going to finish it up with 2 more lover's knots and then show you how to get the other end of the buckle all finished up. So to finish this one up, you're going to make another hitch with your brown cord this time, and you'll do the same thing and just make enough of a loop that you can pass it through the front end of your buckle. And then fold that over to make your hitch and leave it just a bit loose. What you'll end up doing again is just pulling that to the back, but you want to get your yellow cords on the sides. So you'll just go up and through that hitch as well. And then through your buckle. And then you'll pull everything down to where you want your bracelet to end. And I want it to be about the same distance from the other set of knots. Everything's about 1 inch apart right now, so I'll just pull that a bit more. And then I'm going to make sure that the small end of my brown cord is again sticking out towards the back. And then I'll get that all nice and tightened up in just a second. So I'm going to end up passing these through the hitch on the back as well. So I'll just go through that loop. So everything meets up in the center on the back. So your bracelet should look about the same on each end. And then just to secure your strands a little bit more, you can take your yellow cord and just make a good knot around your rust cord or around your center strand. And then I'll just end up cutting all those ends off and heat sealing them down. And here is our finished bracelet. So now I have my thankfulness bracelet that really spells out what I'm grateful for. I also made a few other bracelets with some things that I'm particularly grateful for, especially during Thanksgiving time. Hopefully these will give you a little bit of inspiration. And we would love to know what you're thankful for, so let us know in the comments down below. As always, links to all the materials used will be in the description below. And we're definitely thankful that you joined us for our video today. We'll see you next time.